What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a Q&A. Who is into tennis on TikTok? Ask me anything you want. This is the Intuitive Tennis Q&A on TikTok. Type your questions into the chat. I don't do TikTok lives too often, and I've been doing a lot of lives on YouTube, and it's kind of tricky to do multiple lives at once because I kind of want to concentrate on one audience at a time. So that's why I used to do a lot of TikTok lives, but I haven't done any in a while. So ask me anything you want. This is a TikTok Intuitive Tennis Q&A. Are there any tennis fans out there? I just finished a wall session. I don't know if you can see, but I'm sweating. Probably like half an hour on the wall, hitting hard. Hitting really hard. Forehands, backhands, it's a great workout. I highly recommend it to everyone. I can't say it enough. Find a wall somewhere and get out there and hit some tennis balls. Guys, it's a TikTok Intuitive Tennis Q&A. Ask me anything you want. And keep pushing those like buttons. I don't know what that means, but I think it's good. I think it's good. Hi, Wyatt. How you doing, buddy? You play tennis, Wyatt. Good. Tennis is great. In my opinion, the best sport there is. #1 sport in the world, tennis. Let me see how many people got in here. 64 people, that's not too bad. So I guess most of the people that follow me on TikTok or on Instagram also follow me on YouTube, because YouTube is my main thing. And I do try to create content that's curated for Instagram and TikTok. I did a lot more on TikTok. I used to do trends and all that, and like, you know, relate tennis to the trends. I used to do that. I stopped doing it because it was super cringy. I even made a video about that on my YouTube channel. You can type in Intuitive Tennis. My top 5 most cringy TikToks is a video I made on the Intuitive Tennis YouTube channel with some really cringy TikToks. So I stopped doing that, but I might start back up again. Why not? What do you think about tech on racket? Is it really affecting how we play? That's a great question. It doesn't affect your play as much as you think. The most important thing is technique. And I just did a video on my YouTube channel where I played with, I call it the tennis racket time machine, where I played with the rackets from the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, and even a racket from the 60s. And my performance did drop. So the racket technology has improved tremendously. But when you're talking about modern rackets that are made out of graphite, there really isn't that much of a difference. Now, there are general guidelines that I want you to follow. So if you're a beginner, I'd like you to play with a lighter racket. If you're intermediate, I'd like you to play with a racket somewhere between 270 and 300 grams. And if you're an advanced player, whether you be an advanced junior or advanced recreational adult player, you can pretty much play whatever you want. But if you abide by those general guidelines and you demo rackets, you say you pick 4 demos and you test them out, you got to go by your own personal preference. All the rackets are good nowadays. All the rackets are good. There's really not that much difference. Of course, there's differences in the way rackets play, and it's got to suit your game style. It's got to suit your physique. But generally speaking, if I want to make a general statement, the rackets are very similar, generally speaking. Hi, Yadav. How you doing, buddy? So in any case, I do love TikTok. It's one of my favorite apps. My 2 favorites are YouTube and TikTok, as far as like when I consume social media. I love YouTube, I love TikTok. I really don't like Instagram that much. I never go on Instagram, only to post. So I want to grow on TikTok, but like I said, it's just a matter of, you know, attracting you guys to tennis and making dumb content. I'm gonna say dumb content, but like, you know, following the trends and all that. My general tennis content doesn't do too well. Yes, I have some videos on TikTok that get millions of views. Even in the last week, I had 2 videos that got over 100K. But it's a little bit harder for tennis on TikTok. It's a little bit harder, but I'm trying. I definitely love the app. and I'm gonna keep going. Got any exercise to improve footwork? Yeah, of course. I just released a video with Safin. Some of you guys might know Safin. Hold on, what is this? It's telling me to swipe, hold on. What is going on here? Okay, never mind. Ignore that. What was I talking about? Footwork, yes. I just did a video with Safin. If you guys don't know Safin, he's a junior player, and I have a series with him titled Safin's Road to a Division I Scholarship. And he's a great player, but one of his weak spots is his intensity and his footwork. And so if you watch the series with him, there's 15 videos on YouTube. You can learn a lot about how to improve footwork. I have a video titled Getting Back in Tennis Shape. Type that into YouTube, Getting Back in Tennis Shape, Intuitive Tennis. You're gonna see the best exercises for tennis-specific footwork there are. The best exercise in the world. If you follow those, your tennis footwork will improve tremendously. J. Piat made you laugh. All right. Can you tell me how to improve mental game? I need help. Yeah, mental game is tough. It's easier said than done, you know, because I can sit here and give you just kind of cliche, general things that are supposed to help your mental game, but the most important thing when it comes to your mental game is that you put in the work. And no matter how strong you are mentally, if you don't put in the work, as far as tennis is concerned, you're going to struggle. So tennis is all about reps. Tennis is all about hard work. Now, having said that, that's not enough. You also need to win. So the only way you can gain confidence in tennis is by winning tennis matches. As hard as that sounds, you're not going to go out there and be confident if you've just lost 20 matches in a row. It doesn't work like that. So for you guys that are like playing tournaments and stuff, if you're losing all the time, you got to get your confidence up. You got to get some wins under your belt. So what I recommend is maybe playing down a level. If you're playing level 6, level 5, you go down to level 7 and try to win a couple matches. You can't win anything at level 7, go down to like level 8 and try to win a couple matches there. You got to win matches to build your tennis confidence. So when it comes to the mental game, a strong mental mind state in tennis has to be earned. Of course, when you're on the court, you should try to have a positive attitude and not get angry and throw your racket. The vast majority of players plays worse when they start throwing the racket, when they start acting up. There's only a very small minority of players like a John McEnroe or Nick Kyrgios, even Nick Kyrgios doesn't have success with this all the time, but there's a small minority of players that can play well when they get angry. But the vast majority of players plays worse when they get angry. So you should keep your cool on the court, try to behave, don't scream, don't throw your racket. And also, one thing that a lot of players do is give up and start tanking matches, tanking practice. So it's something that you should never do. You should try to fight until the last point, but even that's a lot of times easier said than done, because sometimes it just kind of overcomes us, that feeling of just wanting to let go and go home, and we can't really fight that feeling. So even that's easier said than done, fighting until the end. But you got to try to fight to the end. All right, what else we got here? Russian guy 1214536. Hi, I've been watching your YouTube videos for a while. I'm 13 years old, need help not to get nervous. Listen, Mats Wilander, some of you guys might not know Mats Wilander. There's a lot of youngsters out here watching on TikTok, but Mats Wilander is a former #1 player in the world, great champion. I think he won 6 Grand Slams. And he said that if you don't feel nervous when you go out on the tennis court, that's a bad sign. Let me repeat that again. If you don't feel nervous when you step on a match court, there's something wrong, which means that you don't care about what's about to happen. It's normal to feel nervousness when you go on the court. You got to understand that. But you also have to understand 2 things. Number 1, the more matches you play, the less nervous you're going to be. Also, you have to understand that nervousness will go away. You will not stay nervous the entire match. So you might be nervous in the warm-up in the first couple of games, but it's going to go away. So what I say is, like, if you're feeling super nervous, make sure you get a good warm-up. Moving around helps with nervousness. Make sure that you breathe, take deep breaths. Make sure you take your time and don't rush. And then make sure that you receive first. That's going to help you get an extra game, basically, to warm up. So that can help you. Also, another thing that can bring along nervousness is different circumstances you find yourself in. So let's say you're playing at a tennis club and it's got tons of courts, but there's only one court that's like right next to the clubhouse, and it's the so-called center court. Every club has that. And let's say that your match, out of all matches, gets put on center court, and now you got 100 people watching you, okay? So things like that can also cause nervousness. Maybe you don't like it when your parents are sitting there watching. So all this stuff plays a big factor when it comes to nervousness. And again, the more you expose yourself to these type of scenarios, the less nervous you're gonna be. Will you ever gonna be able to get rid of nervousness in tennis? No. And it's not something you should be afraid of, because it's something that's natural and something that, quite frankly, is necessary. Because when you're nervous, it means that the match that you're about to play means a lot, and it's a good sign. All right, this is a really good question. Yadav Arab. I feel like tennis shoes for Nike have gone down in quality. Am I right? Bro, I'm gonna say bro because you guys say that. Bro, the tennis shoes from Nike are an absolute disaster, my friend. They ruined the shoes. I'm a big Nike guy, okay? A lot of people ask me, Nick, why do you like always wear different shoes? I'm a shoe guy. I have 40 pairs of shoes in my closet or more. I can't even count. And at least half of those are tennis shoes. Thankfully, I had stocked up on the Nike Zoom Vapor X. Okay, that's the old one. I have tons of them left. And thankfully, I've stocked up on those. And I don't wear them too often because I want to savor those, because that's the best tennis shoe that's ever been made. A guy named Tinker Hatfield, who designed Jordan shoes, was hired to design this shoe for Roger Federer. You understand what I'm saying? The guy who designed the first Jordan shoes was the guy they hired from Nike to design the Nike Zoom Vapor for Roger Federer. You understand what I'm talking about? An absolute shoe genius created the Nike Zoom Vapor, the best tennis shoe ever created. And what does Nike do? They get rid of it and replace it with the Zoom Vapor Pro, which is an absolute piece of bleep garbage. The thing is a disaster. It is so bad that they actually reduced the price. Now, when do you ever see shoe companies reduce the price on a shoe? It goes up in price naturally, like the Zoom Vapor X used to be called Zoom Vapor 9, then a Zoom Vapor 9.5. It used to go up in price, $30 every year. And what that tells you, the fact that it's gone down in price, means that the shoe is made out of cheaper materials. And quite frankly, it's a piece of bleep, okay? I'm not gonna swear on here, but that shoe is an absolute disaster. Do I wear it? Yes. What else can I do? I'm a Nike guy. I'm not gonna go away from a Nike. I wear the Rafa shoe, but you can't even buy Rafa shoes anymore. They have one model on there that's like a white and black color with Rafa on the back. You can't even buy the Rafa shoes anymore. I could rant for hours about Nike. You really got me going here with Nike. But I hate what's happened with the Zoom Vapors. And I hope that Nike understands what they did. They did a bad thing, and hopefully they bring back the old Zoom Vapor. What's your thought on the US Open men's final? Alcaraz is a beast, man. Alcaraz is the new number one. What else can I say? Best player in the world right now, but I would say Djokovic is still the official number one. You gotta understand the Wimbledon points. I didn't do the math, but Djokovic is still the man to beat. But Alcaraz is right up there. I don't speak French, no. Okay, what are good shoes for wide feet? New Balance and K-Swiss, because I got a lot of players that have like wide feet, and I don't have wide feet, so I can't tell you for sure, but New Balance, K-Swiss, and that Roger Federer shoe on Cloud. I think that one's good too for wide feet. And a lot of, I think Nike makes extra shoes for wide feet. If you go on Nike.com, you can order a wide version, okay? How many people we got in here? 5 people, I love it. This is great, guys. I love doing a live for 5 people, it's great. But in any case, I don't know how long it's been. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna come on here more often, and I'm gonna do a live. If you guys keep asking questions, I'll stay on here. Babolat Pure Drive paired with Solinco Hyper G, good pair. Yes, of course. Hyper G is a great string, but I don't know what level you are. You gotta be careful with some of these like tour level strings that might not be great for the intermediate level. But yeah, generally speaking, Solinka Hyper G is good. All right, guys, so I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds for some more questions, and if I don't see any, I'm gonna hop out of here. I know there's not too many people in here, 4 people. All right, guys, so I'm gonna hop out of here. I'm gonna do this more often. I don't know how it works. Like, if I do it more, maybe more people will join. I have no idea. But in any case, guys, I will see you next time, okay? I'm gonna go strong on TikTok, I promise.